Hi friends, how are you? I hope you're all keeping well and looking after yourselves and one another. I have a fun book tag for you this week. This is the Rule of Thirds book tag created by Suey's Book Banter. This was made in honor of her channel's 3rd birthday last year, and I was tagged by my friend Daniela at Uncommon Reader. And I'll, of course, leave their delightful channels and links to their tag responses down below for you to enjoy. So I have been keeping this tag saved for this week in particular, as February marks the 3rd birthday of my BookTube channel, and I feel as though I can't say thank you enough to everyone who has hung out with me in this little corner of BookTube. It's been so wonderful to connect with you all and gush over books and just bond over our reading experiences these past 3 years. Last year was a really big reading year for me in that I know I've never read so many books before in my life. I think that comes down to just I had 2 procedures done last year, so I read a lot while I was recovering, and I know in the past my health has prevented me from posting regularly, but yet last year I came full circle health-wise, and so I just felt better, and that allowed me to post more frequently. And it's just been wonderful to connect with you all, and I really do appreciate your time. Let's get into the questions. Question 1 is, what are your 3 favorite genres? Nonfiction is definitely up there. I really enjoy memoirs and nature writing, and anything to do with plants and animals, gardening. If they can be combined, that is like supreme reading for me. And then definitely classics are on the list. I tend to read more modern classics and world literature. Yeah, I love exploring a culture through their literature. I guess another genre, even though I don't like categorizing books, would be middle grade. I think if you were to review all the books I've checked out from the library, it would be middle grade. A lot of the authors I tend to read from write for younger audiences, even though I feel like it doesn't really matter how old you are. If a story is good, you'll be able to get bits of wisdom from the story. So those are my 3 top genres that I tend to read from. Her next question is, who are 3 auto-buy authors for you? 3 E's. I have Elaine Castillo, Erin Entrada Kelly, and Alif Shafak. Those are my top 3 auto-buy authors. And then her next question is, what 3 books do you recommend the most? Well, it depends on the reading taste of who I'm talking to. Generally speaking, though, based off of the books I've talked about in my videos, they are Lalani of the Distant Sea by Erin Entrada Kelly, An Episode of Sparrows by Rimmer Godwin, and then Shabik Lubik by Dina Muhammad. And then the next 3 series of questions pertain to booktubing. Number 4, what is your favorite? So the first one is, what is your favorite book from each year for the past 3 years? Well, it is impossible for me just to select one, so I'm choosing my top 3 for each year. So back in 2023, my top 3 reads were When I Sang Mountains Dance, All Among the Barley, and When We Were Birds. For 2024, my top 3 were A Room with a View, The Remains of the Day, and Love After Love. And then last year, my top 3 reads were Once Upon a River, The Emperor of Gladness, and Hurricane Child. Suey's next question is, what are 3 things you've learned from booktubing? Well, a lot of it is technical things. I think editing was probably the hardest thing. It's most challenging for me. It just took a lot of trial and error and experimentation and just getting used to and finding a program that just worked for me. Another technical thing was thumbnails. I still don't think I'm not quite convinced that I've learned this one yet. So many of you are 1,000 times more artistic than I'll ever be. And the third is just finding a system that allows me to continue to post once a week and not have that compromise joy that making videos gives me, because it does take time, and hope my videos still reflect that enthusiasm that I have for reading and learning and growing. Suey's next question is, what are 3 goals you have for the next year on BookTube? Just continue to have fun reading and making videos on a regular basis. Continue to feel inspired by my reading and what's happening in the garden and in life, and to participate in the fun things that arise on BookTube, and most certainly to continue to nurture friendships and connecting with you all. And then the next question is, what are 3 fictional worlds you'd like to visit? Okay, definitely Bramley Hedge is on here. I would it would be so fun to shrink into diminutive size and be able to just hang out with the mice community in Bramley Hedge, and especially to shop in those pantries. Like, her illustrations are just, the whole world of Bramley Hedge is so special. And then Terry Pratchett's Discworld, I would love to just be in this world. I would love to be part of the Weird Sisters clique, or just to be neighbors with Nanny Ogg or Granny Weatherwax. Eva Ibbidson's Island of the Ants, I would also love to help them out on their island, where every creature is, welcomed with open arms, and we just look after one another. And then, what are 3 ships you'll always root for? Well, absolutely sisterhood, brotherhood, mentorships, and any kind of support group, and then relationships between children and their elders, whether that be neighbors, grandparents, foster parents. And name 3 books with a number in the title. I had to have The Book of 3 by Lloyd Alexander. I have The 4 Gardens by Marjorie Sharp. She's a favorite author of mine. I just love all her books. And then I had to have Eva Ibbidson's Secret of Platform 13. And then Suey also has a bonus question. What book are you excited to read this next year? I have Moderation by Elaine Castillo, James by Percival Everett, and On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. And then she also invites us to tag 3 booktubers. So I'm going to tag The Forgetful Scholar, Marianne Guevara, and JYT Creative. And of course I invite you to participate in this fun book tag if you so wish to. And if not, I would just love to hear about any of your answers to these questions, so let's chat below. And again, thank you so much to everyone who has been watching, who's subscribed, who's commented, and I hope that whatever you're looking for, whatever you're hoping to create for yourself in 2026 comes into fruition, and that the right books at the right time find you this year. Thanks so much, everyone. Take good care. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.